What's wrong? Why are you all by yourself? Where is our son? He sat on the driver's seat and started the engine. Ronnie wanted to stay in his uncle's place. He glanced over you. Did you talk with your brother about us? You stayed quiet and he waited patiently. After a long, you glare at him. You clearly know that your actions back then offended my brother. But you still don't plan to reconcile. How dare you ask me to talk about this with my brother? He pursed his lips. If I don't pursue you first, then how would I have this situation now? Shouldn't I be looking after my women first? You give him a long and deep gaze. Don't worry. He glanced over and stretched his hand to pat your head. This time I will let you marry me legally. No one could be able to separate us. Your heart skipped a beat, but you hold back your blush and shook off his hand. Drive properly. Suddenly, you narrowed your eyes. You speak as if I am in a hurry to marry you. He didn't get mad at your actions. Instead, he smiled. Yes, it's me who is hurried to marry you. Is that okay, Mrs. Joan? Diplomatic. You scolded and turned straight, not bothering him as your ear heat up by his statement. After he confirmed that he will talk to your brother, you didn't make any fuss and let him handle the matter himself. Tall, eligible, handsome man walked with his long straight legs. Inside the cafe, he was here to meet with some person cause he had asked him out for a talk today. After entering cafe, he saw the man sitting on the sofa with his lazy expression. The appearance of man's is just too perfect for his sister, and moreover, family background is also highly and mighty. But even though there is still premise, what had happened in the past was unforgettable. As a brother, he had witnessed subsequent injuries of his sisters. Then how could he let fire pit burn on his sister again? Seeing the man come, Jungkook's lips curled into a fake smile. I thought Director Kim was not willing to give face to me. He was not polite at all. Seokjin shot a glance. I came just to tell you to leave my sister. Oh, Jungkook raised his brow. As expected, maybe his brother-in-law is a tough person, or the method of chasing after his women is not smooth enough. Do you think you are good enough to pursue her? Seokjin's tone became stern without the slightest hint of joking. It's easy for girls to be soft-hearted, but you should know your limit. I, as her elder brother, won't allow you to cross that border. Jungkook didn't lose his posture. He's calm. He knew that his brother-in-law won't be giving him slightest mercy. The person who known king of arrogance that don't know how to lower his head. Even at this time when he came to negotiate, his current attitude was still tough. I also remember saying that I have to get her. He is determined. She is adult and she can decide her own life. Besides, I have a child with her. What right does Director Kim have to stop us from getting together? Seokjin frowned at Jungkook's word. How much do you know about what happened 6 years ago? An outsider who doesn't know anything can casually convict me. For the fact that Seokjin just confirmed you as his sister after you left from Jungkook's side, so no one have rights to question him except you. Seokjin narrowed his eyes dangerously. You don't admit that you heard Sarang back then. Jungkook's gaze met Seokjin's. It was my mistake. It stunned Seokjin. He thought that Jungkook would not admit it. But the relationship between me and her is complicated to begin with. It was also because Seokjin tried to get in the way, it was misunderstood. Seokjin sneered. Someone tried to get in the way. If you trust her enough, you won't hurt her. That's right. Jungkook pursed his lips. If I had trusted her enough and give her explanation, then I won't suspected that she has an affair with my brother. Just because you wanted to investigate it about my matter alone? If Jungkook had given enough proof to his women, then this day would have never come to life. Seokjin don't know much about details. So it's indeed the conflict between you and Jungkook. It's easy to collapse a relationship when the partners lack the trust. Are you blaming her for not trusting you? Jungkook lowered his head and smiled bitterly. Why would I blame her? I didn't trust her back then. So how could I ask her to trust me? It's mutual mistake. Sokjin looked at Jungkook gloomily. It seems you realized your fault. Since you know that there is no trust between you two, then why are you still pestering her? Could it be that you want to repeat the same incident again? Jungkook lifted his head, meeting the questioning gaze of his future brother-in-law. Of course not. Would you think I waited for many years just to let things happen like before? Who knows? Sokjin leaned back on the chair. Your family's past easily can distort your temperament. Who knows if you continue torturing her? Remember that she is Kim Sokjin's younger sister. It's not easy to bully her. Isn't it direct that he's telling that it's impossible to get his sister? And what do you want? Her to let me marry? Sokjin frowned, looking at Jungkook unhappily, but Jungkook's face was calm and half composed smile as if he's not afraid of Sokjin, that he would not agree. Jungkook, stop joking around. I didn't come here to discuss your marriage with my sister, but to warn you to leave her. Of course, Jungkook knows that Sokjin's strict brother self will become out that he came here, prefer to let him agree, no matter what he needed to do. But you know, it is impossible. We can't leave each other. We are fated to die together in this life. After a while, Jungkook narrowed his eyes and looked at Sokjin in a probing manner. Don't tell me you don't want to get married. So you want to bring her along to stay alone for the rest of her life? This word angered Sokjin. It made him unhappy. If you want to sever your love, then it's fine. But you can't ask your sisters to sever her love with you, is it? Sokjin's gaze turned dark and the hand that was on his thigh tightened. Who told you that I want to sever her love with me? Jungkook is satisfied and smiled. Then you shouldn't have to stop us. 6 years is enough for you to verify. In the past, Sokjin wanted to find his sister, and after finding, he wanted to keep her by his side and treat her with all kind of things that she deserves and made her life good. Find someone better to hand over his sister's hand, but he never thought that his sister is in love means. He never seen his sister to get close with any man other than Jungkook. Whenever he introduced his close relatives and friends, you had always asked him that you wanted to stay alone, so he didn't mind you not marrying. Since he can earn money for you and row won't to spend for the rest of their lives, he can afford even you wanted to buy half of soul. Even you insist on marrying foreign, Sokjin felt that it's not hard to find on. You are the only person who can put him under your control, and he felt that he would not be disloyal. Only woman who can suppress Kim Sokjin is his sister, and he didn't want other men look down on you. Furthermore, Jungkook and you had some past experience, then how could he not worry about handing his sister's hand over same man who had hurt her? Soon I will leave my statement on the internet. Let everyone know that she is going to be my wife. Sokjin mocked in his heart. Jungkook pulled some documents from his bag and placed on the table in front of Sokjin. Sokjin raised his brow. What is this? Transfer of shares, he faintly said. Sokjin felt his forehead twitch. He had a faint guess. Could it be that Jungkook wanted to divide shares of Joan groups? To whom he opened the document to take a look. Sokjin's brows narrowed. Jungkook had already handed the pen over to him with faint smile. Witness sign? Sokjin raised his eyes to look at the man opposite. Did she read it? No, I don't want to give her pressure. So, what's your decision, brother in law? I am sincere. I will treat her with all my love. Who is your brother in law? Sokjin didn't agree yet. Don't shout. When I and Wine get married, it's appropriate that you will be the one. Jungkook got up and was about to walk away, but suddenly someone threw a strong punch and he stumbles backward. An unknown man was in front of him. At night, you stared at his face for long. How you get cut there? You softly touched the corner of his mouth. Bunch of people are staring at the broadcast and many reporters are also in front of company's entrance. You have no idea what was going on, so you asked driver to stop the car and called Jenny to confront. As soon as she picked up, she asked you to not rush inside the company because reporters are waiting for you. What happened? You have no idea what was the situation outside now. You are living a normal life. You didn't care about surrounding on the way because you were sleepy. So Jenny really didn't believe that you don't know the situation now. Your wedding date was announced with Mr. John and there are pictures of you and John Jungkook's on the rolling screen. You frowned slightly. Wedding date announcement. Why didn't he ask for your permission? Young Master John is really in good mood, driver uncle said. When you heard it, you couldn't help but bite your lower lips, almost blushing, but try to hold it back. This person, he didn't even tell you about such a big matter. Sarang, don't come in the company today, okay? Go back. Jenny sounds nervous. All right. After Jenny hung up, you make another call. The person picked up the call without any delay. You missed me so quickly. You scolded in your mind. What's with my posture? A low laugh came from the line. Are you satisfied? Satisfied with what? Your sound made him laugh more. I have done this to announce to public that you're going to marry John Group's CEO. Let's see how you will run in the future. Run? You narrow your eyes, so this man is afraid that you would run away again. Looking at broadcast all over places, a light flashed in your eyes. Are you afraid that I would run away? The other side is silent. Then you heard him. No, even you dare, I will chase after you. Anyway, I own you in the past and I want to make it up for you now. Is this his sincerity? Right now, many reporters are at the entrance of my company. All thanks to you. When he heard you complaining, he couldn't help but laugh. That's good. I helped advertise your company. John Jungkook, you are furious. How I supposed to go in now? All right, perhaps he was really afraid that you would be angry, so his tone became gentle and more like coaxing tone with his pampered sound. It's just beginning, so they might be curious to interview you. After a few days, they would not be able to reach on you. Tell driver uncle, come to my company. To your company? Yes, isn't it good to work in different environment with your future husband? You gnashed your teeth. Who wants to work with you? Your wish. You hung up the call. Jungkook, this man, he is troublesome. You looked at the scene and felt headache. Reporters could find your company, then it won't take them for long to find Rovon's school. Oh no. Before going to Jones Group, you asked driver uncle to go to school. After confirming that there is no reporters at school, you sighed of a relief and directly asked driver uncle to drove at Jungkook's company. Maybe the Joan held some power that reporters didn't dare to rush near Jones Group, but some reporters are waiting outside. When the car drove to entrance, they didn't even have time to shoot cause Jones have strict securities. Even reporters able to take few pictures from far. It was not clear at all. You clenched your fists thinking the way how to deal with Jungkook later. He would be surprised to see you there. Even though he asked you to come, it's you who hung up the call on his face. After receptionist confirmed, she asked to inform Jungkook cause he is attending meeting. So you didn't let receptionist disturb him and directly went to his office and wait. Young madam, Minho is surprised to see you there after a long time. You smiled awkwardly. There is many reporters at the entrance of my company, so I came to look for Jungkook. Minho nodded, understanding. No one gonna know this matter better than him. Those posture was all his handiwork. So naturally, he knew what kind of impact these would bring on you. It would be boring to wait for long. Do you want me to inform young Master John for you? You waved your hands. No, no, meeting is important. I will stay in office to wait. You guys can continue. I will talk after he finished meeting. If he stopped the meeting because of you, what would others say behind your back? You didn't want to change his word cause of your arrival. Okay then, I will go. He takes some documents that he forgot to take and left the office. You sat on the sofa, waiting. You check on some news that was spreading like fire. It's on highlights. This man, how much money did he spend for this broadcast? This broken sound of plates attract many customers in the restaurant. What's wrong with this girl?